Yeah. Where we at? Where we at? See Simone.
Hi, and welcome back to Learning to Live in Translation, the podcast about what happens when language, culture, and expectation collide. I'm C. Simone. Last week, we had 3 special guests, Layla, Jade, and Jess, speaking about the beauty and complications of growing up in a mixed cultural family in London. Today, I'm passing the mic to my co-host and husband, Isaiah.
Yo! Welcome, listeners, and thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to explore growing up in London, the LDN, zooming in on a few topics, such as whether it's a class thing, or who you know as well as what you know, or are things also based in your skin tone. It's a city that people usually consider to be quite affluent, and everyone knows that you can make money in London, but you also do have to remember that you can spend as much as you make. So, where does that leave a person? To an outside eye, of course, London has its beauty. Royal boroughs, scenic parks, architecture like the Shard, shopping centres like Westfield, and it's known for its many tourist attractions. Iconic red buses, phone boxes, and let's not forget its vibrant restaurant scene, serving cuisine from every corner of the world. If you love the arts, you have everything from concert venues, theatres, comedy, to art galleries and museums. And let's skip past the nightlife. Consider it to be a double-edged sword. It's wild in so many ways. But don't just believe me. Grab an Oyster card and ride any night bus through the city. And we'll speak later. And while all of this is true, we all know visiting a city and growing up there, whether you're born or you're raised there, growing up there is what's important, and it brings different life experiences. Today, I'm joined by 3 amazing people, James and Leon. I'm fortunate enough to connect with them in a city filled with nearly 10 million people, each one with their own unique experience. And now, I'd like to introduce my friend, Dee.
Hey.
She's a mother, teacher, and ultimately a great human being. It's a pleasure to have her today. I'd like to welcome my friend, Leon. He's an author, creative spirit, father, and one of the best people I know. Welcome to the stage, bro. James, a close friend and a brother. He's a media production technician, cyber director, and future cybersecurity analyst.
Coming up.
People were getting beaten up, people were getting shot.
Get called names like Paki.
This is my country.
Let's dive in. Leon.
Amachi.
Yo, what was it like growing up in London for you?
Well, for me, it's a sea of contrasts. I'm from the best side, the west side. Shout out to Tupac, man, one of my favorite rappers that are alive. Born in the mid-80s, came up through the 90s, and honestly, I have nothing but fond memories. And a huge part of that was the culture. London was so diverse. I mean, the music scene was open to everyone. By the time we were teens, you had East London grime, Sweet Boy Garage, or you had the few of us in each part of London who were deep into the US conscious hip hop. We were the outcasts. But when we got together, we felt like the same group. We listened to Wu-Tang. It didn't even matter where you were from. Found your crew through the beats. I myself found a musical team called First and Last, and I got to live my dreams on the stage and on the poetic page. So I really appreciate that kind of vibe.
Music is a thread that brings people together. It has that power. Even my guests today have all connected to music in some way, whether it's singing, rapping, poetry, or production. Creativity exists in so many forms. You don't even have to understand it. You just have to feel it. London gave me my eclectic taste in music, whether it's hip-hop, R&B, garage, reggaeton, bhangra, Afrobeats, rock classics, or even fusions of all of the above.
You know what I'm saying?
The list goes on. In fact, my homegirl Dee, she can also sing beautifully as well. But I won't put you on the spot, don't worry. So for you, D, what was it like growing up in London?
Growing up in London for me was really good. I feel like I got to learn about myself, and I got to learn about all other cultures that we have in London because of my school friends and people that I met outside of school as well, like in my work life. I feel like it teaches you a lot about patience and respect towards other cultures and people in general. So growing up in West London, for me, was the best place to grow up out of all the London areas. I personally always found West London the safest area. I still do. I still feel comfortable in West London and Southwest, like going up to the water by Wandsworth. I still don't particularly like going to other areas of London. However, I do if there's like an event on or I need to go, but I don't go out of my way to.
Yeah, 100. London teaches us about all other cultures and people in general. Everyone could be from anywhere, literally. And that's one of the things we love about it. It's a melting pot, which to me is a beautiful thing. How people connect based on who they are and not where they're from. So James, my bro, what was it like for you?
Growing up in London is very multicultural, diverse. Many people from different nationalities have made the UK their home. I'm second generation Caribbean, and I've been studying about how my great-grandparents migrated from India as well, when the British offered opportunities in the Caribbean.
It's all about studying outside of the education system too. Knowledge comes in many forms, and we have to think outside the box. And then we also realize that all about knowing our heritage in London, well, could say the whole of England, some people forget that people from other countries were asked to come up and build up the city. There's people accusing others of taking their jobs and other opportunities. Now, that's crazy in so many ways, but I'm not going to get into that. But what about you, D? What are your thoughts? And you've moved out now, so how do you feel?
I loved being in London because there was always something to do. You know, it was easy to get to places. You know, there's like lots of local things going on for people that are living in the area. Obviously, I don't live there now because I chose to move out, but I am very glad that I grew up in London, because I think London, on top of that, teaches you a lot about how to look after yourself, how to stay safe, how to be streetwise. And I think growing up outside of London, I don't think people get that same sort of safety training, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
Also, the flip side of growing up in London is very scary, you know. People were getting stabbed, people were getting beaten up, people were getting shot.
Yeah. It's true what you say, D. I mean, let's let that sink in for a minute. I mean, that's why there's an increase of stop and search, especially with people wearing hoods or caps. I feel like they're targeted more. Some are innocent, some are guilty, but I feel they're targeted. Anyone got any experiences they want to share?
You had the other side, the ignorant, uneducated British police. They were the tormentors for many people of colour. And even though I'm mixed race, I was always treated according to the darker side of my genetics for years. And I've never had a criminal record. Thank God. Because in some cases, they would have charged me with nothing and it would have stuck.
Or what you're saying?
And that would have changed everything. It would have stopped me from becoming the person I'm known as today, the top tier child worker of London. Because once your record is tarnished, especially in that industry, and they would go out of their way to tarnish it, yeah, you wouldn't be letting any more.
Those are life-changing things that can impact a person.
Definitely, yeah, it's division, and there's a class system buried in place in the UK. And growing up, I noticed get called names like Packy, light skin, just to name a few.
Yeah, real talk. Ignorance runs rampant with some, with name calling, and there's definitely a class divide.
And it's very unfair that this has happened to people, because like they're subjected to a lot more responsibility than the powers that be.
Growing up in London really, really tests you and who you are as a person.
I hear that, and I feel that because I've seen it.
And it's true.
There's a lot of options for you to make the wrong choices too. So I guess you have to be careful in who you're making friends with. I don't think it's the best place to bring up children just because of what's going on. And what I would say is if you can take your children out, definitely do that.
It's sad, but it's true. And we only see one type of image of London. If I was an outsider, I'd see, yeah, this is what London is. But the people that grew up in it, they're seeing something else, like you said, shot, stabbed. Those things aren't minor. Flipping the script. Let's talk about job opportunities. What's your experiences?
I'd say growing up in London, I mean, jobs are a lot more accessible. And I feel like if you are not the standard British type, you're more likely to get a job in London rather than outside of it.
It's crazy because life is a spectrum, and life in London is exactly that. On one hand, you can see people smiling, successful, making money. On the other hand, you can see people depressed, not making money month to month. And it's crazy because I feel a lot of people aren't being heard.
Leave your job, you have to give 2 weeks notice, right? But when your work's going to fire you, can terminate your contract there and then. And from that moment, you're unemployed. Rules just apply to or affect a certain class of people. And most people have to work and pay these higher taxes.
Yeah.
Not everyone had a chance in a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I can relate, trust me. I remember looking for my first job at 16. I had that charisma, that charm, but no luck. One early memory that sticks to me is applying for a shelf-stacking job in a high-price area. And who do you think they told to leave first? Me and another brother, the two darkest guys there. We didn't even speak. We just looked at each other, shared a sigh, and gave that look that said, good luck. Put it in our future. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. And I hope that brother, I got somewhere far. Because that was so much diversity and beauty in London. But there's also the narrow-minded, backward mentality. This is my country kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That anyone owes a country. You know what I'm saying? Really, the planet belongs to every man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Earth, one Earth. You know what I'm saying? Say no more than that. But luckily, you know what I'm saying, I had friends that were open-minded, and that was a hard start back then. So yeah, man. So I can say that for sure. That memory definitely sticks with me.
Also, do you think experiences could impact your future, even if you have a bright one? But growing up in London, you can get caught up, and that can potentially damage something you could have done in the future. How do you feel?
Things need to change in London if they want people to keep investing in this country. But
and like anywhere in the world, man, there's hate everywhere, just like love. And London definitely has many people who live like that and live by such. You know what I'm saying? Make the right choices and listen to the right voices. But true, London has shown love to me, and I've walked in the best and the worst areas to only end up finding all people want in this rushing society is to stop and have a light conversation like we used to before phones, heartfelt vibes, freestyles on the bench, all of that kind of thing. So yeah, man, just loving life and just, and philosophies. And I can say I've done that with my boy Shiv from how I remember it, all these memories of even meeting him, just now about philosophizing, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like that energy. So yeah, man, London brought me Shiv. Shouts out, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, can't believe this is finished already. But I just want to take a moment to thank you. I mean, your experiences are priceless, and I appreciate all of you. I've known you all for at least 15 years, but I feel like during this conversation, I've learned more
in-depth things. Of course, through life, we speak about many things. And sometimes in life, when people catch up, you speak about the current more than the past. So yeah, it was good to like kind of take a step back. In some ways, a trip down memory lane, but in others, still a memory that's valid. So thank you again for your time. I appreciate you. And in Spanish, we say, os agradezco. Thank you. Got love for all of you. And yeah, life, this is growing up in London. You know what? Whatever it was, we are who we are because of where we grew up. So
Yeah. This is Isaiah with C. Simone. Best host.
Don't forget to check the description for the links for Isaiah's song, Lady of My Life, on YouTube. And also, not forgetting Leon. He's a writer and a poet, as you heard, and he has a book called Leon's Love Symphony, which is a heartfelt diary expressing the challenges of modern day love.
Thank you again for tuning in to Learning to Live in Translation.
peace.
Yeah. London. L-O-N, D-O-N. City we live in. Where we at, where we at, where we at. See Simone.